Even though Tim is still bouncing back from his injury, he says his greatest life lessons have come from the hardwood. This replacement process is based on cost effectiveness. If the vehicle has over 100,000 miles and the cost to repair it exceeds its value, then the department says it's out with the old and in with the new. We continue our coverage with a follow-up story on the tragedy in Little Falls, where 2 teens were killed in the home of Byron Smith just 8 days ago. Even though the new recycling bins are the same length and width as the old ones, they are a little bit taller to help make St. Cloud even greener. Many of you may still be wondering what to get that special someone for a gift this year. Well, if you're looking for something a little bit bigger than the traditional stocking stuffer, the Tri-County Humane Society has some options for you. Coming up after the break, find out how volunteers like David are helping give others hope for the holiday season.
Realizing that I needed to take time for myself.
At 19 years old, Jeremy Creasy is not
Sometimes finals are really relaxed. Like right now, it's really relaxing.
your average college student.
I have to manage my stress a lot more because if I stress too much, I can induce a seizure.
A reality he has had to face since his senior year of high school.
I had ended up getting viral encephalitis mixed with meningitis, and it ended up causing a series of seizures, and one really big seizure that ended up lasting an hour and a half, which ended up inducing me into a coma, which lasted 3.5 weeks.
When Jeremy woke up, he was
A 19-year-old baby, stage infant.
who didn't
I
know
guess a cute baby.
who he was.
I had to relearn infant to 19-year-old and somehow graduate on time to get me prepared to come to college. And people didn't think I was going to be able to do it.
But Jeremy refused.
If you say you can't, you never will be able to achieve some of your goals.
To be held back.
They saw the drive in me when I was in the hospital, how much I was willing to push myself, but they didn't know how well I'd be able to succeed and stuff.
2 years later, and with a 3.5 GPA,
I come to the library and I come to this table and I sit at this chair.
Jeremy has found a home in SCSU.
I need to be alone, but I need to have people around me so I can see people over there, people behind me.
And after 19 years worth of lessons,
Can and will Jeremy succeed.
His biggest test isn't on finals week.
Here's some photos of me.
It's living life to its fullest.
And now it's my story. It's not the doctor's. That's the fun part. It's about seeing where you're going to go and where you're going to end up. And that's the cool part.
Alyssa Tryggeseth, UTVS News.
Yo nunca me imaginé tener un negocio.
For Carmen Cano and her family, what once started out as a simple idea
Quería abrir un negocio como una tienda de regalos.
has turned into her family's life mission.
Ya que aquí hacía mucha falta un negocio para todo la gente hispana.
After moving to Minnesota in 2000,
Este es un estado que donde hay más oportunidad, más trabajo.
Carmen and her husband Emilio decided to open La Perla Market.
La primera tienda que empezamos fue una en Cospri hace 5 años.
And after requests from their customers,
Iba gente hasta hora y media, hasta Cospri. Entonces la misma comunidad me lo empezó a pedir.
they added their Waite Park location to bring their culture even closer to home.
Aquí aunque hay otras tiendas, no venden los productos que uno está acostumbrado a usar. O sea, porque la gente quiere hablar su idioma y uno disfruta que venga la gente hispana y atenderle uno con su idioma de ellos.
Talking helps keep tradition alive in the Latino community, but Carmen
Es de que no sé hablar el inglés.
has also discovered its challenges.
Y algunos de americanos ya han probado los productos mexicanos, entonces vienen y dicen que están contentos y sí les entiendo lo que me dicen, nada más que no sé cómo hablarles yo para atrás.
Even though language may be an obstacle for Carmen, she says it all comes down to providing good customer service.
Orgullosa de que la gente me esté diciendo, porque varias gente viene y dice que pues que es un orgullo que esta sea la primera tienda que se haya haber abierto aquí en San Cloud.
These are lessons she hopes to instill in her children.
La importancia para mí es muy importante más que nada por mis hijos, porque aquí yo los voy involucrando a ellos, que tienen que hacer algo en la vida.
And with the market open 7 days a week, the hardest part of owning their business.
Porque tan solo a mí y a mi esposo nos gustaba mucho ir a bailes. Aquí celebramos, aquí con la comunidad.
Alyssa Tryggeseth, UTVS News.
People are calling, wondering if we were open, if there's snow still on the ground.
Snow, that four-letter word many Minnesotans love to hate. But for Chris Tell,
Yeah, it's a little bit of pain.
spring weather can't come soon enough.
We typically usually open them about mid-April, and even last year we opened April 1st, so this year's a little late.
With the fourth snowiest winter recorded for St. Cloud, campers are choosing to stay inside.
I was supposed to have 8 campers come yesterday in a group, and the whole group canceled, and so we've had a few cancellations. Most of these people that can't get their RVs out of their, the back 40 or wherever they have them parked.
The difficult driving conditions
Too soft, the snow's too piled up.
are also delaying Chris's employees.
Usually my help starts like May 1st, and it'll be mid-May, end of May before they get here.
With a lack of help and one of the busiest camping seasons right around the corner, Chris is rushing to get everything done.
My main concern is my pool. It needs to get thawed out, get it ready, and last year at this time I had it all pumped out, and right now you can see it's still a block of ice, so I have to get it ready for Memorial Weekend. That's the #1 priority.
But as the snow finally starts to melt, Chris is remaining optimistic that he will see more campers very soon.
Especially this weekend when they see it's going to be 70, then maybe they'll start thinking about camping again.
Alyssa Tryggeseth, UTVS News.